All right, Damian, I'm excited to talk about your journey in the Warrior Dad experience. So first and foremost, family dynamic, and then what was the reason? What were some of the triggers for you to jump into the Warrior Dad experience?
I have a very high performing family, and when I say that, I'm really say that in honor of my wife and kids. I think do a wonderful job of staying on track and stay ahead of things. I, however, felt like in work and at home to be in a bit of a drift.
Okay.
And, I think I fell victim to some of the cultural dynamics around us that really have a lot of confusion about a man's role in the household and the workplace more than ever. And I think I found myself in a sort of passive state of mind and a passive stance when it came to all things in work and family. And so I was looking for a bit of a lifeboat to get me out of that drift and get me into something that would help propel me forward towards goals and objectives in both work and family.
Awesome. So you jumped into the experience, right? What are one, two, three major things, examples, changes from that drift to hey, having that lifeboat and moving forward that really stood out in your mind?
I don't want to give away too many of the secrets if they are indeed secrets, but one of the things I felt most valuable was the whole concept of gaining traction towards your goals by setting a daily set of tasks as soon as you wake up that really give you the space as a human being, as a father, as a coworker, to absorb the day um, with response rather than reaction.
Okay.
And that was incredibly meaningful to me. It also opened up a whole new dialogue with my wife and kids. It started with little notes of gratitude that we're all encouraged in the process to participate in, and that has been sort of a life changer because I think we tell our kids we love them. We tell them that they're the greatest show on earth, and we admire their work and their leadership in school. But it means something much different when it's written down. And in our household, I've seen many of those notes collected and then put up on the kids' walls, and I haven't had anything like that. Save some pictures that I got for the kids framed. Nothing I've ever said ended up on one of my kids' walls, so that was quite an honor to see. And then I think the final thing, and it may sound really simple, but so often I go out there so often before the Warrior Dad, I do very athletic things, but I wasn't acting like an athlete when I was not doing those things. So if you're gonna skin up to the top of a mountain, or you're gonna swim a long distance and act like an athlete, that's amazing. That's terrific. That's what we should be doing. But then you have to act like an athlete after the fact. You have to hydrate like an athlete. You have to sleep like an athlete.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no shame. In fact, there's only ignorance if you're not talking about those things. And so I feel like a more complete athlete as a result of this, and that makes me a more complete uh, coworker and colleague and husband as well.
Gotcha. And what would you say to hey, a dad that is on the fence? Hey, should I invest in myself? Should I jump into the experience? What would you say to that dad?
I would say you'll find an incomparable level of fellowship that is hard to replace. Maybe you can find that in church. Maybe you can find that with colleagues at work. But here you'll have your own group of fellows, of dads that are equally committed to turning their lives from drift to direction. And um, I can't tell you how powerful that is. You'll see it's powerful in the silliest ways, whether it's encouraging each other to do an
Mhm.
extra set of push-ups or just, sharing that. So here's a big one, sharing that information, that I found myself sharing information online before I would share it with my family, or I would share my information about my love and respect of my family online but not do it
To
in
them. Yeah.
in real life. And there's so much you want to share with other people. It might not be the best thing to put it on social media, but sharing with a text chain or a WhatsApp chain with fellow dads, you get encouragement, and sometimes you find yourself in your old self talk talking to them, and they'll correct you
Mhm.
if Jeff doesn't get to you first. So uh, to be a to be a warrior dad, the fact that you're not going it alone has been, incredibly powerful for me.
Love it. Thanks, Damian. Appreciate the feedback, and hey, keep kicking butt, my man.
All right, thanks, Jeff. Appreciate everything you're doing.